Hey, how's it going, YouTube friends? It's me, your one furry boy, Never, and you're watching The Never Show. Yes, the only show with lemon-scented limes, lest I forget, and the only show with a supernatural, super awesome third eye. I mean, why ask why? Why wouldn't you want a third eye? And before we get started, I'd like to thank you all for staying subscribed with me. It's frustrating. I know people are leaving. I don't know why. I think it has some of the things that I'm doing right now are just not popular. I don't know. I wish I could please everybody. I'd just like to thank you all who are staying with me through the thick and the thin. I don't know what I do to deserve YouTube friends like you. Thank you. And with all that said, it's Wednesday again. And guess what this Wednesday has? It's a double feature. Here on The Never Show. Yep. So hold on to your hats, because here we go. And today's first movie is The Mule. It is a rated R movie. It is an hour and 56 minutes. It is long, but I have to say it's long in the good way. It's cinematic. And I think Clint Eastwood as a director is the king of cinematic right now. The writers were Sam Donnick, inspired by the New York Times article, The Sinaloa Cartel's 90-Year-Old Drug Mule, written by Nick Semek. Our cast, first build only because you don't want to listen to me read names all day, and God knows no one wants to, unless you do, and then you put names all day in the hashtag and blah, 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 and you know the drill. I don't have to tell you. Bradley Cooper as Colin Bates, Clint Eastwood as Earl Stone. I love Clint. He is still a consummate actor at his age, and for someone as old as him hanging on and making on movies, I don't know what drives this man, but he is really good. Manny Montana as Axel, Teresa Fleming as Guinea, Allison Eastwood as Iris, Michael Panera as a DEA agent. I love him in this serious role. He really can switch the on and off switch when it comes to comedy and serious roles, and I do really like him. Lawrence Fishburne as DEA agent, special agent. Dane West as Mary. Icalo Sciridino, if I'm pronouncing it right, as Julia. Jill Flint as Pam. Robert Lasando as Emilio. And Noel Goteman as Bald Rob. And that's the cast first bill, because you don't want to listen to me read names all day. I do love the music in this film. I have to admit, they picked a lot of the great oldies that, you know, when you're driving a car, it is interesting to hear those oldies. Our production companies were Warner Brothers, Imperial Entertainment, Braun Creative, the Menleso Group, or Company, I don't know which, Braun Studios, our distributor here in the good old United States of America. God bless America, land that I love, was Warner Brothers. There are no listings for special effects, so I cannot tell you anything about that. But it had great acting, and you don't need special effects with great acting. With all that said, and my thoughts on this movie, it's good. I feel it's a little underrated due to the fact that I think it could have been better if it was shortened up just a little bit. Just to be honest with you, it's a 7.2 out out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes, which means it's good, but it's not great. And I don't see, and literally I looked through the things and people saying that this is a disaster, and I think it was a decent movie. It's just a slow-paced, one of those good old-fashioned movies where you don't need a lot of fancy editing and car crashes to make people interested. And that's why I liked it. I definitely see this as a TV watch because it's a Clint Eastwood movie, and I'm a father loves Clint Eastwood movies. I definitely see this as a DVD buy. I'm going to pass on a theater rewatch just because there are other movies that are coming along that are more fresh. But if you want to see this again, I definitely recommend it. I do want to see what CinemaSins thinks because I feel like I may have been dazed and dazzled by the decadence of another film, just to be honest with you. And for a decent movie like this, and people were like, oh, we want car crashes, we want, the truth. This is the truth. It was, they got some old guy to mule drugs because nobody's going to look into an old guy's suitcase. I do like the premise of the movie. It's decent. And with that, it's a decent ride, and the story is engaging enough to not leave you too bored, but make you like sleepy in the car kind of feel, On to our next movie review, shall we? And for our second movie of the night, it's Bumblebee. It is a PG-13 movie. It is an hour and 45 minutes. It does not let down in the action, adventure, sci-fi realm. Director is Travis Knight of Kubo fame. And if you liked Kubo, you're probably going to like this as well. Christina Holston did the story. Our cast first spilled only because you don't want me to read names all day. And neither should you have to listen to that unless you want that. And then remember names all day, hashtag and the things, blah, 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 blah. Hailee Steinfeld is Charlie. I love her. I want so much to meet her. She is like her Charlie character, not her. I just love the way she portrayed it. It's really good. George Lendenberg Jr. as Memo. I love Memo. He's a great comic foil. John Cena as Agent Burns. I have to admit, John Cena is getting better at being soldiers in movies, and maybe he should keep doing that. Jason Trucker as Otis. Pamela Anderson as Sally. Stephen Schindler as Ron. Richard Hose as Trip. John Ortiz as Dr. Powell. Gwen Truman as General Wayham. Len Charo as Uncle Hank. Nolan Holtz as Craig. Gracie Denise as Tina. Fred Dreyer as Sheriff Locke. Isabel Eggleston as Mean Girlfriend. And Mika Kubo as Mean Girlfriend. Jeez. And that's our cast for Spilled. Thank God I didn't have to read any more names. Our production companies were Allspark Pictures, a production of Hasbro, which makes the Transformers. Bay Films. D. Bonavetta Pictures, Hasbro, Laka Entertainment, unaccredited. Had to look that one up. Paramount Pictures, Tencent Pictures, Tom DeSanto. Our distributor here in the good old United States of America. God bless America. Land that I love was Paramount Pictures. Our special effects was Allspark Animation, Industrial Light and Magic. Proof, Rodeo VFX, Scanline VFX, Stereo D. So they have one of the Trinity here, and you understand why Industrial Light and Magic is one of the well-known names in this game. And I can see why this is such a beautiful picture. My thoughts on it. I was worried. I was severely worried, folks. I was afraid they were going to Michael Bay the hell out of this. And I have lost, until this point, I had lost all hope that this was going to be just another horrible Transformers movie that I could brush under the carpet and let it slide away. But no. It was good. I love the characters. I connected with them. I lost myself in the narrative. And if we could have more movies like this, it would make my job a heck of a lot more enjoyable. I love Bumblebee. I love the world. There are some little ticky-tacky things, but I'm going to leave that up to CinemaSins, just to be honest with you, because I feel like there might be some continuity stuff in the beginning of the movie. And yes, it is a 7.3 on IMDb. It is a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that means it's certified fresh because it's a 7 out of 10. And the audience score is a 3.9 out of 5. So numbers, yeah. I'm definitely saying this is a TV watch. I'm gonna say this is gonna be my first foray into the Transformers market that is not animated on a DVD for me. Now, that's saying a lot. Now, I do want to see this again in theaters. Yes, this is definitely a theater you watch because you're going to want to see things at least twice. Movie theaters, take my money, please. With all that said, if you like what you see in here, make sure you click that like button. It means absolutely nothing to anybody but me because what the heck? You like what you like, and don't let YouTube tell you what you like. Remember, all comments are 100% guaranteed response. Tell me your realities, your fan fictions, your tales of we, your tales of yay. Tell me why you like these movies, why you hate these movies. Tell me everything. Spill your guts out. I'm here to listen for you. And remember, I have to ask. We have an Amazon. We have a Patreon. We could really use your donations at this time. It is not without your past donations that have kept this channel going. We cannot do it without you. You do not realize how little I have to do so much. And with all that said, because that's a running joke on this channel, if you want to see more of this nonsense, make sure you click that subscribe button and that little bell icon.
Ring a ding ding.
And I will see you all in the next movie review. Bye!